Democracy is still the most realistic political theory and the most feasible form of government in most countries across the globe. Nigeria has had a long distressed history of hopping around democratic dispensations since her independence. This commitment to democracy remains widespread despite frustrations with the government overflowed 2003, 2007, 2011, 2015, 2019, and recently 2023 elections. Democracy is actually precariously on course in Nigeria due to its electioneering challenges, particularly at the presidential level. But as long as power is being handed over from one regime to another, then democracy is on course. Under Nigeria's military regimes, such luxuries of elections were never contemplated nor even considered. In fact, in military regimes, they simply take over. But here we are fledgling in an unobstructed presidential and representative democracy at 26 years. In Nigeria, democracy is not yet Uhuru as we still face surmountable challenges. However, 26 years of peaceful transition of power is an enviable feat. This unbroken feat started in 1999 when General Absalam Abubakar handed over to Chief Olusegun Obasanjo and Chief Obasanjo to Alhaji Musa Yar'Adua, from Yar'Adua's death to tenure completion by his then vice, Dr. Goodluck Jonathan, then from Dr. Jonathan to Alhaji Muhammad Buhari, and finally from Buhari to the current president, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. All these show that Nigeria's democracy experience is a healthy transition of power from one president to another. Despite these obvious power transitions, there are seeming flaws in the country's electoral system that bring about these transitions. The last 2023 elections, from presidential, gubernatorial to federal and state parliamentary elections, recorded a lot of irregularities. The new electoral law could do little to salvage the situation during the presidential election, especially as it concerns the Aneke result viewing portal, IREV, dashing all hopes and faith in the Nigerian electoral system. Going to the court as the last hope of the common man did not show enough conviction to the Nigerian electorate, as the electronic guidelines were still discarded and never considered. Moreover, the Nigerian electoral democracy is still a challenge, and if order is not restored, will be the bane of the unbroken democratic transitions with waning confidence in the electorate. Recently, attention has been given to democracy the world over, especially in West Africa where coups are engineering regime change. However, at 26, Nigeria recorded a lot of success stories and pitfalls that challenge existential fault lines of our democratic setup. One of the success stories is on the country's representation, which also extends beyond parliamentary representation to pressure groups and various platforms of interest. President Bola Tinubu, as a protagonist of democracy, having fought for the reclamation of MKO Abiola's mandate in 1993 and was victimized for it, needs to galvanize strong policies that will strengthen the electoral laws. Also, the concept of free speech and association guarantees the robustness and health of democracy, and such values must be assured and not using the whims and caprices of law enforcement to frustrate it. As the 2027 elections draw near, we pray that it will be another peaceful transition that the Nigerian electorate will have confidence in whoever emerges. Meanwhile, the celebration of Nigeria's unbroken democracy at 26 years continues today as the citizens look forward to a credible electoral process.